Got yourself something funky.
Evening, Stefan, dude. Stefan there. Can't see who the other one is because it just says Facebook user. There is a way of signing in, but couldn't tell you how to do it because I'm not technically minded. Anyway, it's Sunday and we usually have the Spice Freak on, but he was missing last week, which wasn't his fault. It was my fault because I was an idiot. Anyway, we're not going to go into that because I'm not explaining why I was so much of an idiot. We're just going to bring in the Spice Freak.
Hello there.
Hello
Before we begin, I would like to apologize very slightly. I don't have any UK banner behind me because, well, I was a bit late getting ready and didn't have time to put it back up after I'd done any UK streams.
He's lazy.
Hey, you can call me lazy if you want now, but you won't when I have a 3-course meal before you.
You should just put it up and leave it there all the time. It'd be easier.
No, then it's got to... Hey, I stream 5 days a week, dude. They're not all this.
Could be good advertising. Anyway, you've got some sources that you were going to show us last week, but obviously you couldn't because I messed it all up. So you're going to show us them this week. Now, I do believe that they are from, I'm just going to bring that up there, that website down there.
Wait, let me double check that .shop, but everything else looks right. Is that actually how it is?
Yeah.
Oh, that's annoying. I've not got the right tab open on this website. It's the other one, the other computer. Yeah, we're good. I just wasn't expecting the .shop ending, I guess.
There you go.
But yeah, there you go. And there is so much there. Just a ridiculous amount.
They've got sources from lots of different chili companies all over the place, not just in the UK. They're imports as well. And you can order them all in one place. So that's the website there. Now, Coran decided to hit them up and try a couple of sources by random, so he doesn't really know what he's got there, really.
I mean, I picked out some fun and interesting things. They let me choose whatever I want up to a certain amount. So.
All right, I'm just going to try and sort this out. Yeah, there we go. I'm back again.
Oh, what are you sorting?
I was messing around with some settings and I was making sure I wasn't going to knock them off. Right, well, while Colin's doing this, we're going to put him into a little task situation because he's going to be doing some source reviews at the same time as he's got a guest.
Oh dear. Hello there. Is it just that I have a guest or do I need to do something specific?
There's just a guest with you at the same time. That's going to be munching on super hot pods.
Oh dear.
Random pods.
Okay, well, I guess the question then is, do you have the pods that are in these sauces?
That would be really interesting.
We start with a nice little ricotta and basil blend, which is from Severe Foods, who I believe... Wait, where are Severe Foods based again? Does it actually say anywhere on... Made in Texas. There we go. So on their heat scale from meh to just silly, it's pretty hot. But do we actually know what pretty hot means at a scale of meh to just silly?
I'm just playing with cameras because I obviously wasn't set up for this.
Yeah. If you're not right behind the timer, it seems to disappear.
There we go.
So unfortunately, you can't disappear during whatever challenge is about to happen.
Well, the timer isn't for you. The timer is actually for Broken Charlie, because when he starts eating pods, from the moment the first one goes in, what I'm actually going to do is time how long he eats pods.
Okay.
Just out of interest. Okay. What pods do you actually have, Charlie?
Well, they're all random ones. The ones that I've had before, but there's a few different. I've got a few different Nagas. Some hotter ones, but they're all hot basically.
So basically, once you start munching, all we've got to do is listen to Coran and his review.
Yeah, just to fill the silence because otherwise it'd just be awkward.
Yeah. So what we've got 3 socially awkward people. One's doing a sauce review, one's munching pods, and the other one's
running a timer.
Running a timer. We're going to make that excuse up for why I'm here.
Great idea. Yeah. Basically, I just thought since lately I've been getting through a lot of pods, basically. So I thought I'd just get through these before they go too soft. May as well. End of the season. I'm not going to get much of a chance.
If you'd like to start munching your pods, then, and we'll start the timer.
Yeah.
Right, there's 1 in, so there's the timer started, and it's back over to you, Coran.
Okay, so this one is made of ricotta chilies, which chilies in the capsicum pubescens family. Doesn't say a specific ricotta variety, but they're all sort of nice, soft fruit flavored, have a unique heat to them, which I really like. And then apple cider vinegar, grapeseed oil, brown sugar, basil, green onion, which is, I believe, spring onion, Himalayan pink salt, garlic powder, and cumin seed. Note how high up the oil was. That should be a nice creamy texture that it gives to the sauce. So we'll see when it comes out of the bottle. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to this one. Of the bunch of sauces I got, this was the one that I chose specifically for me.
If anybody does want to give these sauces a try or just wants to check the website out in general, they have offered you a discount code. You just put in Nuke10 and you'll get 10% off whatever you order.
That smells lovely, savory, and basil forward. Exactly what I'd want of it. Comes out a lot thinner than I expected, though.
I'm counting Charlie's pods off as he eats them, and I've just picked up a pen, and I've realised that a bottle of Tink's leaked all over it, so this could be interesting.
Oh, geez. That is... Yeah, that's a mess for you, but also, this is a lot hotter than I was expecting it to be. And a little more vinegary, too. But, nice savory spices, nice basil there. Bit too thin to get the full creaminess from it, but still pleasant. And quite sharp sort of vinegar and onion quality to it, but the herbs and spices are really nice. And the ricotta does linger around the gums the way that only ricotta chilies really do. So, I feel like that's going to need to go on something. It's a bit too vinegary on its own, but that is going to be very nice when you find the right dish for it. You know what? Let's see if this macaroni cheese I prepared is the right dish for it.
Looks pretty well.
Put the sauce back on.
It does says, can you hold the sauce back up?
Oh, 1 second then.
Doing well there, Charlie, dude.
There you go. Severe Foods is ricotta and basil.
She was doing a colour check.
It's not overly green in colour, so I'm not sure if that's the chili or if it is just the herbs. But it is slightly green, certainly.
That's very runny.
It is. I would like this sauce a bit thicker, if only so that the creaminess really comes through, because it doesn't when it's that thin.
Stu Walker says Charlie's nailing these pods. I'm assuming he might have his headphones on and he can hear them crunches too.
Yep, beautiful herbs and cumin on that. That does go a lot better on the food. Oh, I don't know if the macaroni cheese is quite the perfect place for it.
No, I did actually. When you brought up the macaroni cheese, I thought, yeah, that's a good call. Because I thought the cheesy would bring it out.
Yeah, it goes quite well with that, but I mean, most things go on chicken nuggets, so that seems like a very easy thing to say, but oh, where else would I put this? Do they have any suggestions? to your favorite food or favorite recipe. Yeah, great. Thank you. That's really helping, isn't it?
Pretty vague.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a salad dressing.
Yeah, I could definitely see it there. But yeah, I will find more uses for that and get back to you because I do love the herbiness of it. I do love the feel of the ricottos. I do feel like it needs something to counteract how thin and vinegary it is, but otherwise, it's very nice.
See, that thin and vinegary is what's making me think maybe it's just as a salad dressing, just put it in the salad and...
Yeah, yeah. I totally understand where you're coming from on that one. I guess let's go for a little bit of a counterpoint then. This one has absolutely no vinegar in it.
Dark rum liquor hot sauce.
Yeah, so they've used the alcohol of the rum to preserve the chilies rather than vinegar.
Doing great
There's
there,
no
Charlie.
added acid in this, so it's going to go very differently with food to how some other things do. The 3 ingredients in here are aged peppers, dark rum, salt and xanthan gum, so 4 ingredients. But yeah, it's that simple. They don't tell you what peppers they are. All we know is that they're red peppers. I'm guessing it's probably something cayenne-like. And I've just noticed I can squeeze that bottle. It's made of plastic. So I guess just be aware once you've opened it, don't squeeze it too hard or it will go everywhere.
Plastic bottles always seem to put me off. I don't know why, but it always seems to remind me of it's like a gimmick sauce that you'd get in a supermarket. Or
Yeah, absolutely. Hot ones always make this huge deal about how they're the future, but they just seem tacky compared to glass.
that looks runny too.
Oh, can definitely smell the dark rum on that.
How many pods is that there, Charlie?
11.
11.
Almost a little molassesy. Also a little bit savory. Definitely got that sort of light solventy smell of the alcohol. And you can see it's got a dropper cap there, so we can expect it will be runny.
It's runny, yeah. Not too bad, though.
No, it's got some xanthan gum going on there, definitely, in the way that pours. Squeeze it a little bit.
That's why it's a plastic bottle, so you can give it a little squeeze to get it out.
Yeah, it actually works quite well for it.
And then you squeeze too hard, the little plastic drip cap falls off the end, and you go splat all over your
Oh,
food.
God.
Ooh.
Ugh. No. Very no.
That definitely doesn't look like it belongs on a spoon.
That is... I mean, yeah, it's salted aged chilies. Yeah, there are hints of the rum flavor. But that is an extremely salty tasting rum they've used.
You're currently having the reaction that I have to the B&M sauces, or...
This isn't vinegar like the B&M sauces, but it's the same level of chili and salt flavor.
The body judder and the saltiness, yeah.
Yeah. And while you haven't got the vinegar, definitely still got solvent in the form of the rum. And it comes across extremely solventy.
It does.
Now, one of the things
okay.
that they suggested you could do with this that I was particularly interested in was things like desserts and chocolate cakes. So I got a little chocolate cupcake to go with this one. Because with no vinegar in it, no acid, it may well go a lot better with sweeter dishes. However, having tasted it, I'm no longer sure this is going to work.
I think it might be too salty for that.
Yeah. Well, I also think it might be too solventy for that, but...
I don't know, rum with a chocolate cupcake should...
Yeah. I also thought about getting a ginger cake, but, you know, couldn't get those easily and cheaply in the same way I could chocolate.
He's eating multiple various pods. I can't see who you're our Facebook user, but...
Shane the Viking eats Hammond.
That's Shane Viking Heat Hammond.
Yeah, there you go. Blob of the sauce on the side of the cupcake. God, no. That is awful.
Some ideas are just best kept in your head.
If I had a bin around here, I would spit that out right away.
You didn't bring a bin.
Because the salt clashes, the aged pepper clashes, the solvent clashes. That is just disgusting.
So there's one that you don't have to try yourselves, guys.
Yeah. Would not recommend that one. I tried. I didn't like it. I still gave it a fair shot on the cupcake. It was not good. In fact, I have some of my milk to wash my mouth out.
Charlie's thinking, pass me that milk.
That's way better. My mouth no longer tasted that stuff.
What number you're on there, Charlie, dude?
I mean, I had to give it a fair shot, Adele. But yeah, not a good sauce. Honestly, the people behind Some Like It Hot told me it was probably not a good sauce. They didn't like it, but apparently there were other people who did, so...
That is a good point, though. Just because one person doesn't like a certain sauce, other people might, because we all have different taste buds.
Yeah, personally, I don't see how somebody would like that sauce, but it's possible.
I don't see how some people like the B&M sauces, but there is people that do.
Wait, there are people who like the B&M sauces?
I have heard a few people say that they're not that bad, and it's like, what?
They lie.
Huh. Wild. So next up, we have one that Luciano here mentioned a specific interest in.
I did. This is one of the ones I was going to order myself and then forgot.
Yep. This is Panola's Clearly Hot Sauce, or, if you want the Spanish, Salsa Claramente Caliente.
All that right up to the camera.
I just love the wordplay of that. Yeah, you can see you might be able to see there's a tiny little bit of sediment in the bottom.
Yeah.
And there's a nice long red chili in there. But everything else is perfectly clear. And until I tilt it right the way up, you can't see that bubble. And so you can't even see there's anything in the bottle, really.
So does it... I'm very curious about this because I'd like to know how they've kept it clear but made it a sauce.
So the ingredients are vinegar, peppers, onion juice, garlic, salt, and natural flavorings. I'm hoping those natural flavorings aren't chili extract, but are in fact other flavorings.
I'm starting to think right now that it's just a pickled pepper.
Yeah, it may just be a pickled pepper with a few flavorings. We'll see. I'm hoping it's more than that. Oh, they've not made the heat shrink easy to get into. The last two had nice peel here bits.
Yeah, it's looking like it might be just a vinegar with a pickle in it and some salt and spices. Bit of gum.
No gum that I can see.
No, it's very runny. What number is that you're on to there, Charlie, dude?
14.
14 in
Jeez,
13
and
minutes.
all Nagas or Naga likes.
No, this is the mildest.
Let's see.
Yeah, that looks very thin.
Yeah. It's a pickled pepper.
Smells it.
Clever marketing. They've called it a clear hot sauce, but it's a pickled pepper.
Doesn't come out very easily. Yeah, it doesn't come through the dropper cap very easily, but when it does come out like water or vinegar.
Be prepared for hiccups.
That's not as hot as the last two. And yeah, I think there's some onion and garlic to that, as they say, but I don't know. For something that is mostly vinegar, that's surprisingly not bad. But it is a vinegary taste, though.
Would you class it as a hot sauce, or would you class it as? Do you think it's just the way the market is?
I think we need to test that on food first, which was why I actually prepared this.
See, I like to get a jar of pickled onions, and I serve the pickled onion vinegar to put on my chips and stuff afterwards.
That's what it reminds me of.
And this is what I was thinking here. It's that, but with a pepper instead of the pickled onions.
Yeah. Yeah, so some of those they do in malt vinegar. This definitely isn't the malt vinegar. It's a lighter vinegar.
Just going to pop
Oh,
Charlie in the
and we just
back there
lost
a
Charlie.
second. Well done there, Charlie, dude.
Yeah, still an impressive amount.
Just going to
Definitely.
stop that.
Yeah, this is definitely, it's a lighter version of some of the pickled peppers. So not pickled peppers, pickled onion vinegars. I would not consider that a sauce, but if you like that sort of thing, it definitely does it well. And also, as I understand it, a lot of Americans quite like that on their green vegetables.
Well, I'm sat thinking, although we might not class it as a sauce, it does sound like something I'd probably throw over chips or.
That's the thing. It's not really a sauce, but it's not bad.
Yeah. It was a bit of clever. It was a bit of both. It was a bit of clever marketing because it's a flavored vinegar.
Yeah, yeah. But if they'd called it a flavored vinegar, I probably wouldn't have bought it.
Yeah.
So
it did get my attention. I've got to say that when I first saw clear sauce, it was like never seen one. I couldn't actually understand how it was possible until you started reading the ingredients out, and that's when it was like adding up.
Yeah, definitely a marketing gimmick, but not a bad product. Just a little misleading, maybe.
But it is good that there's somebody there supplying all this stuff from all over the place.
Oh, absolutely.
And you can go and dabble at the stuff that we would never ever have seen if it wasn't for down there.
Oh, I mean, that swamp dragon, I first came across something like 5 years ago in a hot sauce forum based in the US. And never thought I'd get it over here. Nowhere has done it. And then it just suddenly turned up in my inbox, basically.
Patience.
I was amazed.
Balefire do flavoured craft vinegars, and they brew the vinegars themselves. That was in response to Kevin Tilley there. Also, the sauces that they make are made with their own vinegars that they brewed themselves, which makes them kind of unique.
Yeah. Balefire is definitely something special.
They also tend to ferment their sauces too, so they have a great depth.
So this last one is one of the more expensive ones on their site. It did take me over my spending limit a tiny bit. I did have to spend from my own pocket for this one. But I figured you'd all be interested because this uses a pepper I've not seen very many sauces before at all. Because it's a pepper that belongs specifically to one of our group members. This is Clowns on Fire's Passion of the Dragon sauce, made using the dragon's breath pepper and passion fruit and lime.
Well done. That is by, and the name's just gone.
Yeah.
Chili Bob's.
Yes.
Dragon's Breath was by Chili Bob's.
Yeah. But this is made in the US. This again is made in Texas. There we go. And it contains onion, passion fruit juice, yellow. Yellow, raw, apple cider vinegar. So yellow and raw are apparently separate ingredients. Good. Lemon juice, lime juice, peppers, jalapeno, raw, cold, pressed juice.
Neil
Wait.
Price, that was the guy. Thank you, Stu Walker.
Raw, cold, pressed juice of what? Is that connected to the agave or?
You got to watch out for the yellow.
Yeah, you gotta watch out for that yellow. Well, they don't even state what version of yellow it is. That's worrying.
Might be mellow yellow.
Hopefully not, because I don't think that's something you're supposed to feed people without their knowledge.
You might know of something else as mellow yellow.
Garlic, black pepper, brown sugar, cinnamon, and then dragon's breath pepper powder. So, not a vast amount of dragon's breath, but given that it's powder, they've taken the water out of it, so it's, something like 80% of a pepper is water, so basically about 5 times as much actual dragon's breath as its placement on the list would imply, if you were to compare it to fresh. I do like the sound of the cinnamon in there, and I did like the sound of the passion fruit when I bought it, so.
So far, this sauce sounds the best.
It does, doesn't it?
But like Facebook users just pointed out, hopefully there isn't a little bit of sneaky green in there, otherwise you could be in trouble.
Yes. Definitely reminds me of one of the sauces I had from chili seeds. The hot pepper company, that was their name. That was very much a sort of aged fermented sauce with cinnamon. This reminds me of that, but with hints of fruit to it. Oh, and that's got way more of a thick pour than any of the others. This is way more of a sauce. Oh, chunky. Oh, God. I have poured way too much of that if it's a real dragon's breath sauce. This is definitely going to hurt.
On my screen, it looks like it's a similar consistency. Did you know when you take the packet lids off the sweet chili sauce from McDonald's?
No, that's way more syrupy. They're sticky, those. This is more thick and chunky, but it holds its shape in the same sort of way. And I'm seeing it's a little yellow, or sort of yellow-brown on your view.
Yellowy brown.
On my end, it's a bit more red or orange. Oh. That does not taste like it smells. That is sweet and fruity up front. But it's also got a sour, super hot quality and definite heat to it.
Comes with hiccups. The hiccups are free, by the way. They don't charge you for them.
Not as much hiccups as I got off that naff sauce earlier, the Swamp Dragon one.
Yeah.
But that's mostly because this is hitting somehow the sort of roof of my mouth right at the back of the top of my throat. It's hitting very differently to a lot of other sauces. And it's just staying there and it's hurting.
It sounds like it's creeping up as well because I can hear your vocal cords stretching.
Yeah. It's sharp, it's powerful. There is a nice fruitiness to it, and there are definite hints of cinnamon. But yeah, it's good, it's hot, it's I don't know what more to say, really.
Is it
I wonder if
salty?
this actually goes better with the chocolate cupcake than the sauce I got the chocolate cupcake for.
I was thinking it might go better with the mac cheese.
You know what? Let's try it. Let's try it both ways.
And it looks like we might have Charlie back.
You okay, dude?
Evening, Charlie. Well done. How many did you end on?
15.
15.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm all right.
That was
Yeah, decent about not the most I've done, but
still more than what most can do.
yeah, true. Yeah, I'm
Kevin
all right.
Tilley just came up with an idea. He said, "Chug
What?
it." I think he's talking to
Hell
Coran.
no.
That.
What are you chugging?
It's nice, but it's hot.
How did it go on the macaroni cheese there, Coran?
A little bit sweet for it, but otherwise works well.
It's just quite sweet.
Yeah, it is a very sweet upfront sauce. I was not really expecting that from this one. I was expecting it to be a little bit because it's passion fruit and stuff. I was expecting it to be very fruity, but
Sounds like it might go with a piece of battered fish.
yeah, it may well do. Added fish, fried chicken, anything like that, it's going to go quite nicely.
Something with a nice crispy breadcrumb coating or anything to help with the sweetness. Or butter or...
Let's see if it does go with the cupcake. Might be a crazy idea. It might not.
I smell disaster.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave for now.
Okay, Charlie,
Well, I'm
dude.
alright.
See you again. Good to see you.
Thanks for
checking
popping back in.
Bye.
You know what? That worked a lot better on the cupcake than the Swamp Dragon did, but it still wasn't quite right.
It still looked like that was the winner of the 3 tonight.
And absolutely.
Consistency.
I
That one
was...
called what?
This is Passion of the Dragon by Clowns on Fire.
Hmm.
And yeah, I was not expecting to like that as much as I did. I was expecting to love this one, and it's not bad, but...
That one just looked a bit too runny and more like a salad dressing.
Yeah. It is. They've all been quite runny so far tonight.
Adele doesn't like the word basil, so that put air off straight away.
Fair. It's one of my favorite herbs, so I went right for it, but not going to be for everyone.
Kevin Tilley's also got some sauces, different ones obviously, but he's got some more. So we'll find out what some more are like.
Let us see what you got then, yeah. So they did also include a couple packets of just sort of samples of some of them. So here we have winter hot sauce, Bulgarian carrot flavor. So Bulgarian carrot, for those who don't know, isn't a real carrot. It's a type of pepper from Bulgaria. Native to there.
I'm not even sure it's actually from there.
It is originally, but basically it got exported all over the world. Other places grew it way better than Bulgaria did. And Bulgaria stopped growing it for a long time. So the one time I managed to get hold of another Bulgarian carrot sauce in the UK, it was specifically from a Bulgarian company who said, yeah, we actually did all our research. We found this pepper that was originally native to our country, imported it back in and started growing it here. And yeah, it turns out it does grow better than almost any other variety there because it is actually adapted to their climate. It's, well, aside from them, I don't know if anyone actually grows it there anymore. This is organic peppers, which are Bulgarian carrot and ahi crystal. Then organic rice and cider vinegars, organic cane sugar, kosher salt, organic hardneck garlic. So they even state what type of garlic they use, which is interesting. I'm going to have a little bit of more of my milk before I continue, though, because that last one's still lingering. I don't think there's any mustard in this one. Oh, right. You're talking to Kevin. So mustard's all right, but barbecue mustard sauces. Daddy Cool really sold me on those, and I'm excited to try more at some point. So I will probably give that one a look myself. I'll wait till I see what you think. Oh no, I've seen what you think. Okay, it was lovely, cool. Definitely have to try it then.
I'm sure Coran gets the comments quicker than I do.
So relatively thin sauce for the most part, but you might be able to see there's a huge blob of chili right here. So little vinegary, but nice savory, and the fresh flavor of the pepper. That's quite pleasant. Actually, I might have that on my macaroni cheese later.
Bought 3 sauces and the best one came as a free sachet.
And the other one they gave me is Buen's Texas style sauce, which looks to be a green one.
Run away!
Yeah, I know that's not your thing. Here we go. Jalapeno based hot sauce, medium level heat, fermented apparently, crafted in small batches. An all-inclusive sauce that can be used as an ingredient or condiment. Elevate any dish by marinating, cooking, or simply adding it on your foods. Okay. Jalapeno pepper, white distilled vinegar, sugar, water, sea salt, granulated garlic, xanthan gum, potassium sorbate, and sodium benzoate. So the two things the thing I'm noticing right away is that both of these are chili first in a way that the sauces I bought were not. So that's an interesting thing to be aware of. Oh, that is
Ooh,
extremely
that's
green.
really green.
That does not look natural.
That looks like washing up liquid.
Yeah. Yeah. Why is it getting that green from?
I'd be thinking twice about
Supposedly,
that.
that does not look natural, but supposedly it's just the sort of potassium sorbate and sodium benzoate preserving the actual color of the peppers. Because there's nothing else in there that should be turning it green.
And this is where tomorrow he turns into the Hulk.
Yeah, that's a bit vinegar heavy for me.
Wow, that's runny.
Definitely get the granulated garlic, though. Get a lot of the jalapeno flavor. And a little bit of sweetness, a little bit of saltiness to it.
Does it say it was made at Springfield Nuclear Power Plant?
It does not. So they don't state exactly where it was made. You probably have to
Made
visit
by
the
Homer
website for
Simpson?
that. It does not state that either. So it doesn't state that it's not, once again.
Are you sure you weren't supposed to wash your hair with that? It's a shampoo sachet.
It doesn't taste like shampoo, let's put it that way. I've had chili body wash before, and it tastes quite different.
There we go. Next video, he's going to try it as body wash. That could be interesting.
I did not sign up to that.
Oh,
But I am going to have some on my pasta. Actually, that's the end of the sachet. Amazingly, that's the first one I've got through. There you go, some very green pasta.
That's very green.
It's all right. Could be better.
I'm going to say it doesn't look like it was bad.
Yeah, it's still a bit sort of sweet and salty vinegary, but it's a jalapeno sauce, and the vinegar doesn't bother me too much on the pasta, so all right.
Strangely enough, for a person that doesn't like green sauces, that one didn't sound too bad to me neither. It just looked really, really bright.
Yeah,
green.
it looked incredibly unnaturally green, didn't it? So there's the Bulgarian carrot sauce again. Ah. I thought the pasta would hide it a little bit, but instead the fresh chili flavor comes through really strongly. That does just taste of chili at that point. I think I'm actually getting the red pepper flavor of the ají crystal a little bit more than the Bulgarian carrot itself, but I mean, it has the flavor of both still, and very powerfully so.
Obviously doesn't taste too bad, though.
Oh, no, that one was quite good. It just was a shock the first mouthful. Yeah, there we go. That's been the bunch. This one, it was fine. It wasn't great. This one, it was good, but a bit heavy on the vinegar and a bit thin. This one, rather nice. Good example of its peppers. This one, definitely more of a pickle juice than an actual sauce, but in the right circumstances could still be very nice. This one, very nice, very fruity, very sweet, but also extremely hot. I will not even talk about the other one. Mostly because it's on the other side of the room and I can't be bothered going and picking it up.
It can stay banished to the corner of the room.
Yes. It was not good. Right, well.
If anybody does want to try any of these sauces or wants to try any other sauces, I was just curious because they're wanting to look for something that they can't get anywhere else. That's the website down there. We can't guarantee that they're going to be any good, obviously, because they're all sauces we haven't tried ourselves. But use Nuke 10, you can get 10% off.
Yeah, well, there's literally hundreds of sauces on there. I know the creator's going through them, but I don't know if they've tried every sauce on the website yet, because there's so many.
Oh, there's a very, very large selection. It's like Santa's grotto for Chilli-heads.
Yeah, yeah. I literally spent like 3 days going through it. There was so much.
The worst thing is I had my order planned out and then I forgot to actually order it. I must go back and have a look.
Oh God. I did ask if they'd add a wish list function, and apparently they're going to work on it. So you'll be able to save your orders for future if you need.
It's probably still saved there thinking about it because I haven't cleared my browser history out.
We can but hope.
Yeah, it's probably still sat there waiting to go. I'll check when I get off later. So is anything else to show us?
Oh. Did find these in a local supermarket.
Fiery prawn cocktail.
Yeah, yeah. You look at it and you go, oh, it's some random chili flavor. Or, oh, it's the generic hot sauce flavor they used to. No, it's prawn cocktail flavor, but with some spice.
Now, one of my favourite packets of crisps is prawn cocktail, but I can't eat the crisps with the ridgies in.
Ah, well, you won't be able to eat these then, because these are very ridged. My dad actually had severe problems with them stabbing him in the roof of the mouth.
Yes, that's what problem I have as well.
So, yeah. Not for everyone if your mouth can't handle them, I guess. Also, do you like Walker's prawn cocktail, or do you like prawn cocktail that actually tastes like seafood?
No, I like the Walker's stuff. I don't actually like prawns, so...
Yeah, I hate prawns and similar, so I really like the Walker's ones as well.
Yeah, it tastes nothing like prawns, does it? It's just a really nice flavour.
No. These have a little bit more of a slightly vinegary, slightly chili flavor alongside their sweet, already slightly ketchupy, to be honest, flavor. Which I think works really well with the prawn cocktail flavor. They taste nothing like what they're meant to mimic, but they do taste quite good.
They sound very, very crunchy.
Oh, you can hear it even on my mic.
Mm.
Yeah, in which case they're fantastically crunchy. I wouldn't say these are max strong, but there is a nice little tingle to them.
Yeah, Skips are probably the best prawn cocktail flavoured crisps that there is. You don't even have to chew them, they just dissolve on your tongue.
Is it like that? Is it like that?
Yeah.
There's loads of my kitchen. Nobody else
Personally, I
wants
prefer
it.
crisps I have to chew. I don't like that dissolve on the tongue feel, but it's personal preference. The other thing I want to mention is I just really like the colors and design of this, and that hazard tape marking across the top. The packaging actually looks really good on these crisps.
That's one for Coran there. Are you vegan or just veggie?
Hey, don't ask me, Stu. I don't know. But yeah, that's all I got to show you for tonight. And oh, catch you again next week, I guess.
With that,
You'll
I'll
have a
see
whole
you
bunch-
again.
Other things in the works, shall we say?
Yep, we'll see what else you can track down and find for next week.
Yep.
I might
Bye.
even see if I can find my stuff and see if I can join you next week and have a little play along with some. But I'll order safe, obviously. Other than that, I'll see you later, dude.
Yep. Catch you next time.
No trickery, because you're gone. You didn't even leave me any chance to. And with that, I'm going to say piff, paff, poof, and I'm gone too.